Welcome back already. Time now. Game 2. Virtus.Polar, or Asus.Polar, as they're now known, up against London Conspiracy, who have shocked me partially, and a lot of the viewers and bettors with taking Game 1 of this best of 3. 89% favorites. Asus.Polar got to figure out a way to tackle this London Conspiracy team, who have been on the up and up over the past few months here. No axe this time around for LC. Was banned on the first stage along with the Troll Warlock. Instead, they're going to go for the Venge Batrider duo. Something that gives them, well, the best counter to the Batrider as far as supports go, and a good support in general with the Vengeful Spirit. And they get a Leshrac. Whoa! Funky little pick there. Let's introduce some of these other picks here. Whoa, okay, London Conspiracy said, let's just breeze through this draft. We came in a few picks late, guys. I was running my necessary ads and stuff between the games, and then suddenly it's like, whoa, this draft in Game 2 is just flying by. Asus.Polar went for a Lion Storm Spirit opener, making sure they got the Storm Spirit themselves here. I feel like LC have decent options as far as dealing with it. They've already got the Bat Lasso, but protection for your Storm Spirit is pretty good. Especially if like it, a Blink, you've got a Blink Impale, you've got the Dazzle with the heals, the Graves, and now a Bristleback to go with this. Asus.Polar may be looking for some dual lanes of their own. Something like a Bristle Dazzle lane, get a Lion +1 in the safe lane. Just need that kind of Illidan hero. And I like some of the bans from LC. Taking out that F&G Treant Protector we've seen be oh so pesky. But we'll see what the plan's going to be. So LC, Leshrac, Necrophos. 2 picks they just instantly pulled out here. Seem to have planned here. The Necrophos, good way of dealing with the Bristleback. And if you ever get a kill, like on a high priority target like a Storm Spirit, the Reaper and Lasso are likely to use kind of in tandem. Yeah, you kind of want to maybe spread out your damage up with Lasso one, Reaper another, but especially when that's an Ags Reaper, you take one hero out for a couple minutes out of the game and it's a big kill. Especially because the Lassos are going to be on high priority kills. It's going to be on your Storm Spirit or your Bristleback, and getting a kill on one of these two could be a big game turner. So, from that point of view, likely to see those two ulti used together. Leshrac, I'm wondering if this is a support or a farmer. Could be your mid hero, and that's, I feel where this hero is strongest. As a support, he's kind of just so-so. Not really something which has ever really impressed me that much as of late, but still a possibility. It seems Asus.Polar are looking towards a support Leshrac. They ban out the Lycan as their final ban, and LC have one more ban up their sleeve. Going to be looking at some kind of a core hero, I imagine. Could be a safe lane Bristleback. Doesn't have to be the off laner, depending on how Asus.Polar want to run things here. And we'll see what LC have in mind for this last ban of theirs. Maybe something like, I guess it's ill. I mean, Medusa's still in the pool. If you want someone really like tanky that can just survive for a long time, but it's gonna be a Night Stalker ban, something more targeted towards the off lane of Sadoy as far as that ban goes. Teams will run it here or there as a safe lane. I'm not sure. It's a tanky frontliner. I guess the silence is kind of annoying for the Necrophos, but we'll see what the plan's gonna be. LC with the 1-0 lead. Gonna go back to the, well, not back to anything. I haven't seen this draft from LC. Maybe something they've been running in some of these other tournaments going on, but something a bit different. Asus.Polar now, not much main time left, but plenty of reserve time for this last pick to consider their options, and we'll see what they have in mind here. As for London Conspiracy, they've got their Initiator and the Batrider, but they haven't really got... Well, okay, they've got the Necrophos who can kind of frontline it up. He's very tanky with the right itemization. And Leshrac as a core can go for like Soul Booster, Bloodstone, BKB type builds, so they've got some fairly tanky frontliners. But physical damage from Bristleback, depending on what Asus.Polar's last hero could be, maybe they want a third core who's also going to be fairly tanky and resilient, and put like the Lesh as a support. But
10 seconds remaining.
We'll see what the plan's going to be here. Asus.Polar really unsure of this last pick. They've had over a minute to think about it, and they're just going to have to decide, saying Spirit Breaker going to be your offlaner. Insta Shadow Fiend pick. LC say, we knew what we wanted. You guys, gosh, take your time, why don't you? Keezer going mid lane on the SF. Looks like I'll put Necrophos into the tri lane. Leshrac, oh, poor pony. He's going to be a support this game. We don't get any of that carry Leshrac, which we've seen from like CSW over on the other side of the pond, and we'll see how things work out here. We've got both teams picking their heroes. Lane's going to unravel soon. On the Asus.Polar side, down 1-0. Sadoy on the Spirit Breaker, FNG on the Lion, while G going mid on the Storm Spirit. Towards bottom lane will be Lil, Somersault on the Dazzle, and that leaves Bristleback in the hands of Illidan, Storm Rage, SF46. I'm not sure what SF46 is. New little addition to his tag. On the dire side, London Conspiracy. We've got Madara playing the Necrophos, Skanks on the Vengeful Spirit, Kizu going to be on your Shadow Fiend, it's going to be Spartan on the Leshrac, and well, once again on the solo safe lane, Relax on the Batrider. They're going to again go offensive trial, and it worked out fantastic for them last time. They just seem to know when to fight, when to initiate, and they picked their moments well, and maybe can they look to rely on that once more. Illidan are going to be on the Bristleback for their... I'm not sure if this is going to be a trial lane or not. Once they see what comes their way, Lion is likely to rotate down bottom.
30 seconds.
Ward going to block the pull camp and also get some vision into this area where people are likely to pop their noses here. Lil may walk a bit too far north and get spotted here. They actually see through the little gap here as well. Like, yeah, you've got a tiny spot of vision. They actually saw the Bristleback down here, I believe. So they know it's Bristle in the safe lane, and we'll see the runes come out here. The bounty rune's going to be one to the SF's way and one the Storm's way. Nothing too crazy there. And the fact that top rune is not being contested by LC should give Asus.Polar the know-how that this is a trailing down bottom. If they didn't know already, Radiant Ward gets plopped down, and yeah, now they know. Bristle says, I'm out of here. TP's top Zadoi going to suffer in the bottom lane. They're already switching things up here, looking to dodge this aggro trailing that LC managed to execute so well last game. Not something they want to have happen once more, and CFNG. Oh boy. Courier Snipe extraordinaire. All it takes is one CS for the SF, and he's got his bottom line. He actually misses that. This is where you tell G, like, dude, just give him the one CS he needs. That's all you need with this build. And here we go. Courier going to come out with the bottle. Can FNG snipe it? You've got to be somewhat suspicious if you're LC, or you should be, with FNG completely missing off the map. You've only seen one support. They're going to go in bottom lane. They get the first stun. They get the second stun. He's not got Grave. He's gone for the heal. First blood goes Spartan's way on the Leshrac. And look at this. Courier. I love it. I love it. It's going to go like loop-de-loop to the mid lane. This is next level. Kizu says, nice courier snipe, bro. Nice courier snipe. Oh. Purple's... G's even like, he did this. I think FNG was like, I was watching what happened, and G's like, man, this guy, you just can't... I mean, you can go for those kind of plays, but you can't rely on it. Courier, whoa. Maybe trying to bait with it, because he's keeping it very close to where G can see him. And yep, guess what? You see the line top now, you just do the normal route with the Courier. LC just a few steps ahead of Asus.Polar, kind of like game one. These guys are just playing smart Dota across the board. Great mid play from Kizu. The offensive trialing is finding kills once more, and even your safe lane, your bat, he's against the trialing, but he's getting CS, he's getting XP. You can always fall back to the jungle soon. This is just a solid start once more for your Greek squad here. Runes will come out. DD rune for FNG if he wants it, although he may leave it for G on the Storm, so it looks like that's more likely to be the case here. G's bottle, unfortunately, kind of far away. And the bottom bounty rune going to be picked up by your SF with his bottle. So it looks like G going to wait for the bottle, but this means he's going to be out of lane for at least a little bit longer. Miss out on some creep XP and maybe even some farm here with Keys already back in lane. G still bottling up and not in the neighborhood. Bottom lane here. They may look to go into Doi. He's got a charge here. The problem is always going to be, can you chain stun him before he charges out? And there we go. They're going to get the D ward here. They figure out where the ward is. Just great general map sense coming out from London Conspiracy here. FNG, he's completely on his own. Relax. A bit low on mana. Can pop the stick for a Firefly, but FNG with boots can't really get close enough for that Firefly, even with the napalm stacks. Again, we see the Courier doing this this pathway around the side here. SF knows what he's doing, and there we go. There's your upgrade Courier as well, so he'll scurry that thing back to base. The one thing they haven't done, they're not using the speed burst. Come on, guys. Got to speed burst it up. I mean, if that's what I got to complain about LC's plays, that they're not using speed burst on their Courier, you know they're doing pretty damn well right now. Every lane is just going solid. Your Batrider already level 4. He's falling back to the jungle. Going to go heal himself, probably back up soon. One thing with a bad SF is you've got two heroes who often like the jungle, but SF isn't being pressured mid lane. He's getting some good farm. He won't be able to fall back to the jungle as much as he'd like to, but he still has decent ability to just farm the mid lane. G now. Is he in some trouble here? Spartan nearby. If G pushes too far forward, we could see a split earth coming out. That's going to be the big thing here. You can maybe try look to set it up with the slow from the lightning storm, and we'll see if Leshrac is going to go for this one. The Venge is showing bottom lane, so I think this may be at least a kill attempt. It seems they're waiting things out here for a bit longer here. Now they're pinging. It's nighttime. That's, I think, what they were waiting for here. With it hitting nighttime, G could be in some trouble. The Split Earth, is he going to land it? No, off the mark. As soon as that misses, you've got to back off too, so... Nice little attempt. He waited for nighttime. Maybe could have gone during the day, but the problem is this tower sees all the way to the edge here during the day, so you can't really get that fog surprise. Unless the SF, like, walks up the ramp this way, and you can stun from, like, fog from over here, which is unlikely. A smart mid player will not put himself in a position for that to happen. He knows that gank can come, and he'll hug kind of this side of the river, as G was doing when it did hit nighttime. So, good play from G. I like the attempt from Spartan, though. LC, I mean, again, it's kind of a smart play. If they have both supports missing off the map, G is not going to be putting himself in that position, but because... Oh, it's a haste ring. But because one support's showing bottom lane, he puts himself in a position where a gank almost works. Well, to hell with you, Lion. Brought down by a hasted Shadow Fiend. Batrider getting the last hit, in fact. Which I think is okay for LC. They got stacks going, and... No farm these for the Batrider, who's gone Boots Bottle, won't have a super fast blink, but getting all these value items along the way. So Doi now has backup and bottom lane. Spartan going to pop the Edict, and they've got a good idea. Heroes are down here. FNG's got TP support in the form of the Dazzle. Meanwhile, Storm, okay, he's just farming the Gemma. Storm losing HP, was wondering what's going on. There's going to be more TPs. The Dazzle there. Here come the heals from the Death Pulse, but with double supports TPing in, they're going to let the Leshrac go, and takes a bit of damage to the tower, but the first kill Asus.Polar get, but it did cost him like 200 golden TPs. Like, I would... Like, this gold change, subtract 200. They gained maybe 150 gold, 89 gold loss for your Leshrac. It doesn't really feel like that kill accomplishes too much. It's a support kill. It does give Sadoi a bit of a more free lane to maybe get his level 6. And also, I guess it keeps your tower alive that little bit longer, but... By no means is it like, okay, a 1-for-nothing trade, fantastic. The fact they had to use 2 TPs to get down there, and... I mean, Illidan, I guess, doesn't really need the support at top. Maybe someone who would need the support is going to be like the mid lane, your Storm Spirit or someone. But he's managed to hit level 6 and almost level 7 from those jungle stacks. And we'll see 2 kills to 1 up and about a 1,000 gold lead. Not quite as good as last game, but still pretty solid overall. I was watching the battle. I'm like, what are you doing there? He's got this courier kind of stuck on him. I think he's trying to pass the bottle off to go refill it, but he seems a bit derped out. Okay, maybe a bit of a item bug of some kind. There's the courier. What is this? This courier on bat. I don't know what those birds are doing. This cast is quickly going to get not safe for children under the 18. Especially in America. Anything like that in America. You show one nipple and, oh! It's done. That movie's going R. I'm allowed to swear all I want. I can swear all I want. This cast is still PG friendly if I'm in America, but nope. We're not showing any of that bird on bird action. That is not okay for children under the age of 18. So, big picture wise, it's going to be treads up early on for your Necrophos. He's just going to be like your tanky kind of frontliner, probably like a treads mech into... I don't know if you go Ags right away. The Blink Dagger feels like a really important item to have on a Necrophos for that Blink initiation, especially if I'll maybe a Batrider Lasso go. If you want to get a good Reaper onto Bristle or Storm, so... other items you see is like your Yule Scepter, your Bloodstones, Atos is a good pickup here. And then I think like your third or fourth item will be that Ag Scepter for the late game, if you get there. Ideally you win the early game hard enough that you don't even have to get to the point where an Ag Scepter is needed. Illidan though, how's he doing? He's top of the CS charts and 50 CS, top net worth as well. Pretty even start here. The offlane advantage does go LC's way with 2.5k net worth on your bat, 1500 Spirit Breaker. Spirit Breaker as a hero though, less farm dependent, so we'll see. I don't think the farm difference there, I mean that's something you kind of expect when one team has a Spirit Breaker, the other has a bat, but the problem is you're not getting that much out of the map. We haven't seen charges on the mid lane, kills on the SF. The only kill has been on that support Leshrac, so we'll see. Bristleback, Illidan, he's going to be one of the key heroes to get involved fairly soon, I feel. I'm likely going to see him pick up something just like a Vitality Booster, work on that Vanguard as his first item to come out, but right now we're waiting on that LC Reconnect. Batrider, relax. Just telling you guys and the viewers in the chat, just relax. Don't start spamming your picnics and whatnot just yet. But imagine we've got some concerned bettors with the 11% underdogs. London Conspiracy looking pretty damn good here. The 1-0 lead in the best of 3, and now a game 2. A good start for them. I've seen supports get decent. Look at some of these hero levels. So pretty even there. Slight advantage going the Radiant's way with the level 4 and the Dazzle. Necrophos only level 5 as well, which is a slight concern for LC. He's been sharing all that XP at bottom lane. Hasn't died or anything like that, but once he hits level like level 7 is where things kind of look good for him. And having that max out Death Pulse with the Reaper's Scythe. But looks like maybe whatever was plaguing the Bat Rider with his issues is going to continue on. Not sure what's going on here. There is that, I think, what, 10-minute max pause time? I'm not sure exactly the rules. This is Star Ladder though, guys, and not something we're in charge of adminning here. Hopefully, it's not that four-letter acronym that everybody hates that's been plaguing the Dota 2 scene as of late. Please, no, say it ain't so. We don't want no DDoS. But we'll see. We'll see what it's going to be. So for there we go. He's reconnected back in. That's a good sign. Sorry, this game. I guess with so many people betting on Asus.Polar, maybe there are some angry bettors out there who'll be like, "Oh no, my rares, my arcanas." But we've got some bigger name matches going on. I think Cloud9 are taking on Ninjas in Pajamas over on the BTS stream for the Summit 3 by Gigabyte. If you're gonna check that one out. But right now, right here, got Asus.Polar versus London Conspiracy. Game will resume and things will get back underway. See what the next move is going to be. Mentioned the Bristleback may be looking to get more involved fairly soon. Kind of HP Mind played. Bottom lane, Skinks. Okay. I think the end of this room may be scouted out. That was picked up with the positioning of their Spirit Breaker so deep. Ping's going top lane. Bat Rider just going to look to do what he can to farm the creep wave. Stays safe as well. Keeps the creep wave away from the tower and also keeps his hero as far away from the lane as possible. Ancient Stacks. Just the first. So Illidan not going to have a big amount of farm. He's actually going to go for a drums here. Slight deviation from your standard builds here, but I like that he's just gone back to base, heal himself up, have full HP and mana. Means if someone rotates to his lane, he can have a lot more kill potential, and even TPing to side lanes can offer a lot more. FNG's up here for now, leeching XP. Relax is going to be careful. Could be a kill attempt on his life, but he's staying deep back. May go for this range creep. Gets hexed up. There's an Impel to follow. Ping's coming out. He's saying, "Where's my TP support?" Nothing coming just yet, and he's going to Firefly up, but that's not going to save his life. Important kill on the Bat Rider gets claimed. He was starting to work towards that Blink Dagger. I mean, he's been working towards that Blink Dagger for some time, so that'll slow things down. 2 heroes smoked here, but with Bat dead, this gets a whole lot harder to get these kills here. They're going to walk forward here. They're going to catch out Illidan, but not a hero they want to go on with 1100 HP and those strength treads. They back off. Necrophos going to claim the bottom tier 1. That's going to boost up Madara's gold. Gets him close to the mech, not quite there. We'll nuke down a creep wave, and after this, he'll be just about there. A couple hundred more gold, and he's got his mech. Asus.Polar look like they want to get this top tier 1 tower, possibly a kill on the Leshrac to go with that. 4 heroes swarming on up, and no vision behind just yet. We'll see G with a double damage room. He'll Soul Ring and ball in. No chance for Spark. So easy pick off and possibly an easy tier 1 tower top 2 here. The charge on the creeper is going to get Spirit Breaker up here as well. And that's 5 top. At this point, you're LC, you're saying, okay, they want to commit 5 heroes for our left. Like, it's kind of like last time. It was a 3 hero rotation. Well, 2 heroes TP'd and 1 was already there with a charge, the Spirit Breaker, to get just the 1 kill on the ledge. The tower is the big claim here, though. G looking at the last seed here with the DD rune and goes no one's way, I believe. Asus.Polar. I think Illidan was like, "I want it." No, and the Storm's like, "Okay." Now I missed it as well. So we fight over the tower, and no one gets it, and everybody's sad. And the Bat dying earlier, there was a probably slowed his blink down a little bit, but he's still looking to get a decent timing on this one. He's got 3 decent camps here, 2 Centaurs, and Dark Troll to go his way. Madara's mech now going to be flying out, it looks like. So that's going to come with a TP scroll, and we'll see what their plan's going to be here. Probably looking to fight around this Bat Rider Blink Dagger, which isn't going to be up just yet. After this camp, though, I think that's going to be it. So he'll have it. Going to get those spooky skeletons as well. But are they going to go for a smoke play? It looks like Leshrac with smoke may be the move they want to go for. You do want to be careful because they don't quite know where the Radiant Vision is right now. But Bats Blink online. Let's go get back to base to pick that one up, but I'll see they're down a kill, but overall farm feels pretty solid. Yeah, they've got about a 1,500 gold lead. Experience in favor of the Asus.Polar side, though. And Asus.Polar, their lineup's starting to come online. They've got Bristleback up to level 8. You've got a big Ancient Sack to fall back on, and that's going to negate most of that gold lead once you farm that. Ern is up on Sadoi with his level 6, so everyone's kind of got their levels, even the Finger of Death for your Lion. So right now, Asus.Polar, they've just hit all their key levels, got most of their early game items they need, and they're going to smoke up, look for a play here, suspicious of what's going on in their jungle here. Madara could get quickly burst down, even with a mech here. The Finger is there, the charge comes out, they want Madara first, he's got to get fingered if they want this kill. The Nether Strike's there, can they burst him down? The mech is going to heal him up a little bit, but he goes strength traits, he will still be brought down. That's the first casualty. FNG graved up, it looks like the Venge wants this kill, will get it. The Bat right in the middle of things, already used the lasso. 1-for-1 trade so far, just the support kill. G will help secure a second, but here comes Spartan. Illidan out of mana, and without mana, Bristleback doesn't really do too much. He will be deterred from chasing with the SF rocking up. A big 5v5 clash. Turns into a 2-for-1 trade, and it's a victory for Asus.Polar. Still feels like they've got a bit better with Bristleback, with Storm Spirit. That's like the time to fight. 600 gold swing. Big kill on the Necrophos, but not quite the glorious team fight maybe Asus.Polar could have hoped for, but their lineup's still at its strong point, so they can keep looking to do that a bit more. They do have to play around the Finger of Death cooldown, and without that Finger, they don't even kill the Necrophos. The other big thing there for Madara is he didn't have that much mana. The Mech cost with the Death Pulse cost, he didn't have any chance of using a Reaper. Couldn't even use a second Death Pulse, it looked like. He had just the one at the start, and as a result, didn't really have the mana he needed to take that fight as well as he'd like to. Keyser also, I mean, I don't even want to say rocking up late as he should have been there. That was just the LC trio. They were just farming away in their jungle. Batrider TP down. The SF also made his way down, so they didn't know Asus.Polar were moving that direction, so if SF was there at the start of the fight, it could have been a very different outcome, but a blink on the Batrider was revealed as well, so that was, I guess, the timing for LC. But they're now working on that SF Yules. Very close to it as well. LC, got to be careful though. They've got some very squishy supports in the Leshrac, the Venge. And that's where Storm and Bristleback could have a field day in some of these upcoming fights here. Illidan, well, for now, he's not going to fight. He's going to look to work on this Ancient Stack. Weaver's going to come on and just look to heal him back up a little bit to get things going as far as making this a bit easier to bring down. Not having to worry about kiting as much as he'd like to. But mid T1 tower now being pressured. They know there's no Finger of Death. But apart from that, Asus.Polar could look to fight this one. But not really a fight LC will want to take. Batrider low on HP. He's got to heal back up, and I think that means we'll see Kizu just make his way top lane. You know what, Fami can up there. There is an observer that will spot out his movements, though. Not that he's hiding them. He's going to show himself any second now to the creep wave. And yeah. So LC still kind of holding their own for the most part here. Down a couple of kills. They've lost a bit of their lead, but it does feel like they have the lineup which goes late game. SF with a Necrophos and a Batrider. Great late game kind of utility here to have. Kind of, it just does a bit more with farms. So Doi unlikely to get farm if you go towards a late game. It's going to be kind of 3 farmed heroes against 2, but Storm could have a good time in the late game as well. You have got the lasso, you've got a Reaper, but getting those off is always going to be tricky. Necrophos will probably even need like a Hex if this goes super late game. Trying to deal with him. Dire Vision, whoa, that ward. The thing is, that's kind of good for Asus.Polar. They see the ward expire and they're like, okay, that ward was right here, because you see wards when they expire, and then you know that, okay, they had vision of us. FNG, though, is going to swing towards his mid lane on his own. They want this T1 tower. Batrider looking behind to see what he can find here. He's smoked up, but no one behind the tower. They're kind of to the south of it, and I think he's probably going to tell his team, like, oh, it's safe, let's go for this. Here's a Finger of Death back up. They could look to engage in on this one. Edict kind of looking to bring down the tower a bit faster. There's your Glyph. TP's now going to come out, but no Firefly. I think LC want to be careful. They may need to back off. Madara on the front line is going to get fingered and brought down before he can mech. Yes, he does. In goes Relax. Doesn't lasso anything. SF going to throw the Requiem, but looks like the damage has been done. They'll deny the tower and get another kill on that Necrophos. Good execution from Asus.Polar. Fighting around that Finger of Death, and that's where it's surprising. LC go for that when Finger's back up. If Finger's still on, they could have gone for that T1 tower when the Finger was on cooldown, but they let it refresh, and as a result, they had the damage needed to kill the Necrophos. The only way they get that is with this Finger. They haven't got the burst damage without Finger to kill Necrophos, but something that LC need to keep in mind. They want to go for something like the T1 tower in the next minute or two. It works because Finger still on cooldown. 2 minutes on that one, and we'll maybe see them look to make a move around that. But at the same time, as I said, they've got good late game. They can play a farming game. Tank up the Necrophos so we can survive that Finger initiation. Get like a straight Bloodstone even. Pick up a point booster, I think. Maybe the plan here with the Krieger in the secret shop. I think he is intending to pick up a point booster. Actually, it's the VIP booster. So it could be an Atos, could be a Bloodstone. Normally you'd see the point booster if it was a Bloodstone. So maybe we're looking at a Rod of Atos build here. But getting the casual HP, that would have kept him alive a bit longer. I think he still dies that fight even with it. But a nice pickup just to kind of solve some of those HP problems he's been having. See the Sage's Mask. Looks like Venge will be going for that medallion. They've always got that direct side Roche advantage as well. That Rider great around the pit as well. Should Asus.Polar try and contest it. You just deward what vision Asus.Polar have, and with minus armor from Venge, SF, and a medallion, should be a pretty straightforward Roche. SF, even with a Yule Scepter, has big damage from the right clicks here, and his farm is getting pretty scary. Put a Blink Dagger on him, and his solo kill potential comes into play. Storm going for the straight Bloodstone, not the Orchid here. Does give him some extra HP to try and maybe survive that SF combo. And he's got the Bloodstone mostly back at base. Just waiting on a few more gold and he'll have that one to fly on out. But SF in this enemy jungle has supports backing him up. He abides the Bat Rider and the Madara not going to get the Reaper. And they're picking, so they get the pick off. No medallion, they're close to it, but they say, look, we just got Lion and feeling like we can maybe go for this regardless here. SF, no blink up, but they're going to make a play onto Roche here. Asus.Polar, they're smoked up. They're making their move here. They may not have a Lion, but Bristleback is the one hero with a BKB now. This is potent stuff. The Weave comes into play. They've got to get out. Illidan going to go chasing here. Pops a BKB. That's something they weren't ready for. The mech used preemptively. Give them some bonus armor. They've got to ignore the Bristle. Go for the this Bat Rider. Without a lasso, can't bring anyone to the cliff. Nice Requiem. Just going to negate some of Illidan's damage here. But he's still got plus 126. Oh boy. Skank's now the next target, and they'll lose both supports here. Asus.Polar may be the ones to take Roshan themselves. Let's just get a short respawn time. We could see LC look to turn around and still contest this, but Storm scouts them to the high ground, and it looks like Asus.Polar can get Roshan for themselves. Game 2 going a hell of a lot better for the Russian squad. Here we go though, LC making their move. Are they going to get here in time? Doesn't look like it. Illidan's low, has not got a BKB. Here comes Madara. They want to finish off Roshan. Yes, they get it. Storm takes the Aegis here. Illidan's going to be careful though. One Reaper could end his fun. Can he get it off? He's getting chain stunned. They'll lose the Necro and the Shadow Fiend. Sadoi goes down, but that's all they've lost so far. Gee, with an Aegis, he's going to take a lot of damage from the Leshrac, but Leshrak's run out of mana. Leshrac going to go down. Bat Rider, as well as the Venge, trying to get these kills. He's cleaning up everyone on Asus.Polar is so low, but no one's dead. Just the Spirit Breaker, and that is a huge victory. A huge swing going Asus.Polar's way. Disaster in the Roche pit. They got there a little faster, and if Necrophos could just stayed alive, if he Reapered that Bristleback, oh boy, that would have been nice. Still just a level 1 Reaper though. I'm not even sure if he would have got the kill. Much better engagement. And just fight in general. That's going to be like a, what, 4k gold swing roughly? They were dead even before that Roche fight. And now it's about a 3,000 gold lead. Gee, with Bloodstone, Aegis. It won't be long before he has an Orchid if that's going to be what he wants to go for. And I think Orchid seems like a solid choice here. Throwing in a Necrophos will give you some extra damage output to kill him, and not to mention prevent some of that heals from the Death Pulse during that. You can probably kill him during an Orchid duration, especially when you've got the Finger. And Lion getting close to that level 2 Finger now. About to hit level 10, and level 11 does not take too long to farm after that. So what the next move is going to be. Smoke is online on Lil. But right now they're just plopping down some wards, trying to get some more vision for themselves and seeing what they can make happen. I'm going to look to 5-man here. They've got the BKB, drums, and even the Sange picked up for Illidan. And a TP down bottom suggests that LC have no intention of defending their mid-tier 1. SF will farm top, going for a BKB, not for the Blink Dagger build. I think realizing that he needs that kind of magic immunity to be able to fight a bit better right now. As for your Bat, he gets caught out. There's a charge fought by Nether Strike. Invis gets taken and claimed by Sadoi, and it's going to be another kill going G's way. That's Bloodstone charges. You do not want to be giving this Storm kills at this point. He doesn't mind using all his mana to get those kills because of it. Illidan in the mid lane, he's been going deep here. Batrider will buy back, but where's the TP? It's on cooldown. He was trying to TP out, and as a result, it's a wasted buyback. You can't do that when you've got no TP. Keys are going to go forward here, throw some raises here. There's a magic missile. They're going to Reaper this. I don't think that even gets the kill. It is a level 2 Reaper now, but Dazzle's sitting behind. There we go. What? That did no damage. Okay. Illidan says it kind of tickled, and now he's going to turn and fight. Keezer gets a lucky haste rune. That'll save his life, but the bat buyback with TP on cooldown. Oh, man. Relax. Making a uncharacteristic mistake. He's been playing so well this best of 3 so far, but that is just not the move to make there. Down goes your Batrider. Uh-oh. It's been said and done. Things for game 2, LC. Suddenly, maybe hit a bit of a roadblock that's unrelated to the Dota game. The Asus.Polar, well, they put up a big iron wall defense around that Roshan pit, but this next defense is going to be coming from outside influences. LC hopefully have some way of getting out of this one. Already using up a bit of their pause time this game, I believe. About a 5-minute pause earlier today. And hopefully get things back underway soon. It feels like at this point, this Atos is just not going to cut it for Necrophos. You need to go like fully defensive items almost, or something like a Blink Dagger for mobility, but it does solve his mana problems a bit, but the actual cripple is not going to matter too much. The Bristleback's got his BKB, the Storm can ball, the SP can charge. I guess the Bristleback's BKB is getting down to a pretty short duration fairly early on. Well, hopefully nothing too serious for your Batman. You can reconnect, hopefully, in a timely-ish fashion. But for now, yeah, I'll see. I mean, this Necro build, I feel like I don't know what the right items were. I think the one thing you could have maybe done to tank up a bit more and while solving your mana problems is Bloodstone. I think Bloodstone is slightly more expensive than the Atos, but offers like mana regen, more HP, plenty of big enough mana pool to actually sustain you with the mech. I think you don't need the Bloodstone if you don't go mech because you don't have mana problems, but with the mech he's having a lot of mana problems. So Bloodstone can help you out. It has a nice build. I mean, so Atos also has a nice build up, so I feel like they're equal in those parts, but if he'd got the Atos by now, I think it would have been alright. You gotta tell the team's tales. You gotta tell the team's man. I don't think teams saw that. That was not all chat as far as I don't think it was, at least. Not sure how much time they have left. It's been maybe like 6 or 7 minutes here, so probably like another 3 minutes or so. Then we'll get things back underway. But yeah, so for LC Game 2, yeah, starting to get out of hand. About 5,000 gold lead. To me, the big issue is going to be the Storm. He is going to quickly have an Orchid. His ability to find pickoffs is going to be very... He can solo kill any hero out there, apart from maybe the SF, because he'll have a BKB and a Yule Scepter. But Necrophos, Atos is not going to help you survive that. I mean, I don't think Bloodstone necessarily would either, but your supports are just squishy food. And they've got to be LC have got to be the ones engaging, using that Blink Lasso. Well, we'll see what happens. This is just game 2, and LC do have that 1 game cushion is the good news, but the bad news is we're paused. If there's bad news, man. For LC, the bad news is game 2 is looking like it may be quickly getting out of hand for them. But lots of other Dota 2 going on, guys. If you guys are like, God damn, these pauses, I want to watch some Dota, head on over to Beyond the Summit. We've got Cloud9 taking on the Ninjas in Pajamas. The Summit 3 by Gigabyte is going on. And pretty big match there. We're in Phase 2, the double elimination bracket portion. So plenty of Dota going on today. I think even some ESL 1 action, if you're going to go check that out over on the ESL Join Dota stream. But for now, we're paused here. This is some good old-fashioned paused Dota. But yeah, so I think actually today's the start. Today is day 1. Well, today's day 1 for the Summit 3 Europe Phase 2, and also for Phase 2 of Starlighter Europe. So it's a big day for the Summit as well as Starlighter. We'll have coverage coming from the Starlighter guys on both events, from the BTS guys on both events. And also, as said, some big matches, I think, in ESL 1 with their big LAN coming up. So, a lot of good Dota to check out, guys. I think Coddle Guy is casting with Purge over on BTS. I saw Purge arrive at the house here. I'm like, oh, that's right, you're here. You're casting. But we'll see how things unravel here. A few minutes. Then we'll have to unpause. Thanks, FN Tails, man. You're the man. Laying down the law. And hopefully not too long here. Oh, that's better. My tea is now at an adequate drinking temperature. It's much, much nicer. So, this game's still winnable for LC, but it's Asus.Polar with the edge. They can take objectives, and it's not even about like the gold lead and like objective lead and who's got the momentum. It's just about the Storm not really having good counters right now. This Storm is just going to be able to control this game so well. G is getting completely out of control. 5-0 and 3. And it's not even about the score and things. It's just about his items. The fact he's got... Well, I guess his score matters because it ties into having these Bloodstone charges. If he gets up to like 15 to 20 Bloodstone charges in the next few minutes, once he gets his Orchid, he can get even more kills. This forces LC to stick as 5. And when you're sticking as 5 as LC, you're not really getting much done because... You can't 5-man push... I mean, you could try 5-man push like a top tier 1 tower or something, but that's when Asus.Polar come in with a BKB Bristleback and a Storm with an Orchid. So Asus.Polar are happy for you guys. They kind of want you to 5-man in some sense because they've got a BKB Bristleback who can charge in with the support of well, the Spirit Breaker. He's the one charging in, and the Bristleback is just kind of running in next to him. Although, I don't know if he's running next to a Spirit Breaker. The Spirit Breaker is charging well faster than he is. So I think from that point of view, 5-man for LC doesn't really work. What they can, and when you can't 5-man towers, you're forced to 5-man because otherwise you get picked up by Storm. Only one option remains, and that's going to be Smoke Ganks. So, no smokes. Actually, that's the Radiant side. Let's check out the Dire smokes. They've got one smoke remaining at the shop. No smokes on their heroes, but that smoke has got to get like a core hero kill. You got to get a kill on the Storm or the Bristleback using that. Ideally the Storm, so you can take out some of those Bloodstone charges. The other thing you got to worry about is Aegis, though. So I would say about 2 minutes. I mean, LC's plan right now is sit back, farm, try not to get picked off by Storm Spirit, and then as soon as that Aegis expires, use that smoke and go for a pick off on that Storm. That to me is like their best approach to this game right now, and probably one of the few things they can kind of do. So it looks like, alright. We'll see. Back in the game. Some PC problems for your Batrider. He's ready to go. But yeah, for LC, it's not even about waiting for items. I guess the BKB and the SF will help a lot. But yeah, more than anything, it feels like waiting on some of these timings. And the strategy is going to matter more than getting any sort of items anytime soon. G just tower skipping mid lane. He knows he's got an Aegis. There's nothing they can really do. Illidan's nearby as well. Bit low on HP for himself, but I'll get this T1 tower. Uncontested, easy pickings for Asus.Polar. Talk about what LC are going to be looking to do. For Asus.Polar, it's just... I guess... They can't play around. They don't want to play scared. They don't want to be like, okay, they could smoke gank us. Let's not farm that map. They want to look. They want to play an economy game. They want to take towers when they can. Use the Aegis to basically take any objective they want on the map. It's a tier 1 mid, tier 1 bottom. And then when Aegis expires, look to probably starve out LC with this Orchid that Storm will have around that time. So if anyone tries to farm alone, Storm gets pickoffs. If they're 5-manning, you spread and farm. That's basically it. Because if LC are 5-manning and you're spreading in the map and farming more than they are, you're getting a big, big gold lead. This is just going to keep on going up, even if you're not taking objectives, if you're Asus.Polar. So, talk about the objectives. Here we go. They get the tier 1 mid, tier 1 bottom coming next. G getting vision for them. And only about 35 seconds on this Aegis. But they still could go for the tier 2 tower. It's a possibility. It's a risky one, though, with Batrider. Ready to go with initiation here. Storm is poking around, trying to see what he can find. Doesn't get anything right away. Gets scouted up by a ward as well as he'll bottle up an invis room. So they get just the tier 1 tower, then they back off. Wanting to play things safely here, and this is kind of the farm game. Illidan comes back mid, almost has his Sanjin Yasha. I assume it's a Sanjin Yasha. Halberd doesn't seem like a necessary item at all this game. The evasion disarm, kind of a meh. Oh, this looks so juicy for G. You haven't got Aegis for much longer though. Yeah, it's just about to expire. He gets the hell out. This ward just out of range. Kind of nice little place here because this sentry covers common ward spot right here. or here. And, well, gets it just a bit further back. So nice little ward spot coming out for LC. SF now gets his BKB.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
What's G up to? Using all this mana here. I guess he's going back to base to get his ult. There we go. I was like, what are you doing, G? This does not feel like cost-effective use of your mana. But on his way back to base. So Illidan, there we go. Has his Sergeant Yasha. Him and G are just going to be two heroes that don't really have good answers to it. You've got a Necrophos in this dire side. Doesn't feel like the Necrophos is going to counter this Bristleback at any point this game. Unless we get to maybe super late game. Where SF can get another big item and Necrophos can get like a level 16 ulti with an Ag Scepter. For now, this Atos is just coming at a time where it's not going to be able to offer too much for the dire side. We'll see with decent vision of these heroes in the jungle here. Are they going to make a move? Radiant Vision also available. They're going to see at least the Venge coming in. Bat runner nearby has a lasso. Charge goes out in the Venge. The Chain Stun's there on Illidan. Bat does not want to go lassoing in just yet. He's going to get hit by this charge. Relax. New target for Sadoy. Gets the Nether Strike. The swap out is not really a swap out. It's a swap in for your Venge. And Bat Rider goes down regardless. Oh boy. Easy pickings there. The BKB on Illidan down to 7 seconds. But it's gotten them a lot right now. And that charge completely destroying the Bat Rider. I'll get this top tier 2 tower, it looks like, with ease. And Storm making his move. What's he going to find here? Down towards the bottom river. Where's that Radiant Vision? They've got this Observer One in mid lane. Doesn't look like he's going to catch anyone with this. G just going to say, you guys take top lane. I'm going to start working on this mid lane. Take out the creep wave and you guys just swing. Meet me at mid. Let's get the tier 2 tower as well. SF will farm the Radiant jungle, but all he can do right now. It does look like Asus.Polar will meet up around the mid lane. 25 seconds on this BKB before it's back up, which should be enough time. Doesn't really seem LC are poised to take a defense in, nor do they really want to. G's got a double damager and he can get kills with ease at this point. In this tier 2 tower. Not long for this world. SF will do what he can at bottom, but he's going to have to back off almost right away after this one creep wave because, well, that's a tier 2 tower claimed, immediate TP, and Keezer, yeah, he'll make it out. So Briss will be the one farming this for now. I feel like it may be a good... It could be okay for AC for the push power for Illidan. I'm trying to think what other items you could go for. Pipe is a possibility, but it's... Like, at this point, your Bristle, you're like one of your team's 2 carries. You want damage. Abyssal Blade's not bad. Get some more lockdown, try and bash down the Necrophos. I think Abyssal may be your best option. Either Abyssal or AC, it feels like, but... Oh, nice play by the Storm. Gets out before the lasso can come in, and that would have been a big kill to get. Very fast Roche respawn, almost a minimum respawn on Roche, although we're not going to see any teams scattered out or realize what's going on right away. Finji will make his way down towards bottom lane. SF will go back for the Blink Dagger after the Yule's BKB. I think this is still okay. He hits level 16, so he's got that level 3 ulti, so gives him huge single target kill potential on some of the squishy heroes, and even some of the less squishy heroes, like a Storm Spirit, 1450 HP. He dies to that combo if you get the full damage from your Requiem. Timed perfectly. He doesn't get the chance to ball lightning out after the Yules as well. More Ancient Sacks going Bristle's way. And what's he... Okay, he's picked up the Plate Mail. Looks like we will be seeing the AC. Gives him some more pushing power. Some bonus time to go with the Weave. Could be a Shiver's Guard as well, but... I mean, the right-click damage not really an issue as far as LC is concerned. I mean, if the right-click damage is not an issue, what are you going AC for? But the AC is going to be looking to amplify their own physical damage with the minus armor as well. And also just against buildings and structures, towers. So we'll see. Maybe it could be either one, but... does feel like the AC may be slightly more likely. But Roshan, as I said, respawn. And that's going to be next on the agenda for Asus.Polar once they figure that one out. I'm going to Yule Scepter on Lil on the Dazzle. All these just luxury items they can play around with. Great as a counter initiation tool for a Batter. If he blinks in lasso someone, if you can Yule's him before he 4-staffs away, really can mess up his initiation. Illidan not only taking his own ancient stacks, but stealing some on the LC side. A little thief here. And this is kind of what I talked about. As far as the Asus.Polar game plan is, spread and farm a bit. They're just going to split up, farm a couple heroes in the jungle, farm a couple of the Ancients and the Spirit Breaker top. And LC, they're forced to 5-man. If they're 5-manning, they're getting out-farmed. So their only option ever They can't 5-man towers, they lose every single fight. They've got a 5-man smoke. They know Asus.Polar will split up to some extent, because Asus.Polar want to get the most out of the map and out-farm LC. So 5-man smoke ganks, finding pickoffs is the only option for LC. We'll see if they can succeed in doing so here. They're coming around from behind. They see Heroes bottom lane, but Asus.Polar has smoked up themselves and may reveal this one. Oh, the ping is there. The weave. Lil scouts out Roshan. Great Yules will stop the Batrider initiation. Will do damage as well. There's your BKB from Illidan. Maybe used a bit early. They've gone in on the Storm. The Requiem. No cancel. G dies to this. Is an 18-second respawn time. May look to come back in fairly soon. Illidan taking a lot of damage here. Can the Necro get off an ulti? He's looking for a target for it. They've lost the Dazzle as well. There's your Reaper on Sadoy. He'll go down. That's a long cooldown. A long respawn timer on him. The first fight going Elsie's way. 3 for nothing there. The big play coming from the SF. Getting that full damage Requiem on this Storm. So that's kind of what I talked about. The one thing you can do here. But Storm is back. Can he get the pull? No, he won't. Oh, he balled too far. Unable to cancel it. Couldn't get the Electric Vortex off as a result. And we'll see. We'll get out unscathed from that team fight. Problem is now G's like, well, if I didn't go so well, but we've got Roche to play around with. Also, I think the only smoke... Yeah, that's Elsie's only smoke for like 5+ minutes. Good luck winning a fight without that. Spartan will be healed back up, and G says, okay, let's not die another time. Oh god, this is going to be insane. Elsie... There's like, okay, no Spirit Breaker. We just killed him with a Reaper, but... Surely this doesn't work. G's headed top lane. He's going to go for this rune, though. They're pinging this out. You can't... You've got to be able to contest this, surely. Illidan's a long way away, though. He just respawned, and maybe not. Elsie actually going to get Roshan. What looked kind of insane. They're bringing it down fast. All this minus armor. They actually get the Roche kill. And Madara getting close to an Accept. You put an Accept on a Necrophos. Who knows what's going to happen here? They get the vision with the Remnant, seeing what's coming in their way. FNG, he's blinked away. He's got a 4-staff as well. Uh-oh. Hex coming out. Relax in some trouble here. Goes in with the G Storm, Ball Lightning, and Relax. Likely to go down here. The heals may be enough. And with the swap out, Skank's going to throw away his life for their first kill. Keeping the Batrider alive, but here comes more. Nice 4-staff Impale. Relax. He still goes down in the end. Keys are just going to throw an ulti, but that does next to nothing. Sadoy charging forward. Cancelled. Do you want to go to the high ground? I think he should have done that. That was a 3 heroes dead already. I guess SF, well, I mean, what's SF going to do? He's used the Requiem. They're just going to take it the safe way. Go for the tier 3 tower. Didn't want to go charging in too deep. And FNG now back to full mana. Has a Finger of Death as well. SF, be careful. There's a Blink Hex coming your way. That is not going to cut it here. Actually, SF's got the Aegis, and they're looking to maybe use him to bait out a lot of spells and damage from the Asus.Polar side. If you use your Impale, Finger, Hex, and Storm Mana Pool to kill an Aegis, it'll save your base. And, well, they back off regardless. And an okay hold for LC, but there's still a long way to go for this one. The comeback is not real just yet. Still potential for it. You've got your Acceptor almost complete for Madara. All it's going to take is one nice big pick off from him. G on Storm. He's picked up ulti or Voidstone, and normally you'd say Hex here, but part of me is wondering if you even consider a Lincoln Sphere against Bat Lasso, Necrophos, Reaper. Does feel like Lincoln's is a fantastic item in this game. Same time, Hex is always like your amazing late game initiation tool. So both are great items. It's just going to be a matter of which he prioritizes. But yeah, this is one of those games where Lincoln's is fantastic. Madara, oh boy. BKB on Illidan, he's in trouble here. The charge coming into play as well. Hits all 3 with the charge. There's a Nether Strike waiting for your SF. He can't really BKB out. Nether Strike during the BKB. Kiza, he's just getting tossed around like a little pinball. Battered one way, another way, and well, he's going to have to try to escape this one. The Impale not timed properly, and we'll get the blink out. It wasn't SF BKB, which is where he tried to throw it nice and early. Relax, can get charged, brought down 4 dead on the LC side. Game 2 looking absolutely fantastic for Asus.Polar, and looking like we're likely headed to a Game 3. G manages, I think that Venge kill, yeah, that was the earlier kill from bottom lane, but they're now grouped up and ready to start getting to work on some of the tier 3 towers on this map. Storm, 12 Bloodstone charges he's back to. It will be that Lincoln Sphere, as mentioned. Such a great Lincoln's game, and here comes your Storm. Falls to the high ground, gonna catch out Skanks. There's your SF, BKB, Requiem. G gets out, doesn't die to it. Just had the HP to survive, and we'll see them now. To back off, they're gonna re-engage here. It's a godlike streak for Illidan. He's on the front lines with a BKB, spamming them quills. Getting slowed down a little bit here. As low on HP, gotta be careful. The Necro coming back up. Did have a Reaper, but doesn't get a chance to get SF dying. Requiem does some damage with the Grave from Illidan. It's a team wipe. Illidan with an ultra kill. buyback from your Leshrac. This will just maybe force Illidan back, but we'll see the Storm, who did die in that fight, respawning very soon with all those Bloodstone charges, and that's when, well, things will maybe lead into a Rax here. But there has been a Batrider respawn. He's TPing in, looking to chase. What can he find here? You be careful though. This Storm's respawned. Illidan. Ooh, I don't know about this, Illidan. You got so low HP, but even so. G, just looking to finish off his Lincoln, says could have maybe gone to look to help out his team, but wanted to finish up that big item first. Down to 8 Bloodstone charges. That's where I feel like there is still some slight glimmer of hope for LC. They're killing the Storm in these fights. If this G had Lincoln's completed and like 20 Bloodstone charges right now, I would say it's game over. But the fact he's been dying, being kind of around that 8 to 12 mark on Bloodstone charges for quite some time, gives him this small possibility of a turnaround. At the same time, though, item progression has just been, yeah, I mean, this is a 20k gold lead, but you've got the Necro with an Ag Scepter. You've got a lot of things that could go your way. We've seen that SF Requiem a few times do a lot of damage, and Keys is starting to pick up a few more items. Gets an ulti off. It looks like Skadi maybe coming up soon for your SF. As for this Necro, he's been about 400 gold away from an Ag Scepter, feels like for 10 minutes. He's had the Yoga Club Staff of Wizardry for such a long time. Maybe just sell your Bassi at this point. Just got to finish it before the next fight, but it doesn't look like a fight's going to be coming anytime soon. Roshan, respawn going to be at least 3 minutes here, so won't be seeing anything along those lines. And see Bristleback pick up a Reaver. This is going to be your like high ground sieging item. Just boost up your raw HP. Yeah, Necrophos with an ulti can cause you some problems, but Necro's not even getting to use his ultimate in these fights. We're just not seeing it. So I think this Bristleback doesn't even care. At this point, no one really cares about the Reaper that much, assuming they keep on playing and executing like they do. They're going to start caring about the Reaper side if they ignore Madara in a fight, but they're always focusing him down well. Oh, they're going to get the Hex on Akiza. The Impale will follow this one up. In comes your charge. They've got a Nether Strike, which they won't even need. Dead SF does a buyback, but we're going to see a push coming towards that top lane here. G, he's invis. We'll see if he hears near this mid lane. We need to be careful not to go near this Sentry Ward. See what the play is going to be. There's a Sentry at mid as well. They almost walked... I think... Yeah, they saw G pick up the invis at bottom lane. They're going to ball in. G has got a Lincoln, so you buyback from your Shadow Fiend. They want Skanks here. The Lincolns will get broken on the Magic Missile, so they can now look to maybe engage him. Double BKB initiates in the front lines here. G goes balling in forward here. Keezer doesn't have souls for the Requiem. No chance of any kills. Illidan takes a lot from the Reapers facing forward, but it doesn't matter. 5-man wipe. GG surely to come after this one. LC tap out of game 2. We're going to a game 3 decider, guys. Asus.Polar. They hold strong here in game 2, and well, after a shaky game 1, keep a lot of our betters rares secure for now. 89% favorites on Dota 2 Lounge, but boy, did that game 1 probably give a few people a bit of a scare. But we're going to a game 3, guys. LC drop game 2 to Asus.Polar. We'll see what's going to happen in that game 3 decider. I'm GoDz from Beyond the Sun. You can follow me on Twitter at BTSGods. We have a bit of a break. Our only style of Europe match for today. We're going to see who takes it in just a jiffy.